Guy, Peter, congratulations. You guys are in the Forged and Fire final. When you showed up here, we asked you to use our forge, our tools and machinery to create a signature weapon of your own design. Now, we're gonna send you back to your home forge, where we're asking you to create an iconic weapon from history. The Elizabethan Rapier. The rapier originated in Italy and Spain and then gained popularity throughout Western Europe. Though they varied in size and shape, after the 1500s, the word rapier came to refer exclusively to the slender thrusting sword we now know. Nearly all of the blades are rigid, narrow, become thinner toward the point, and have a complex hilt to provide protection for the hand wielding it. They were developed as a weapon for urban self-defense and private dueling. Their weight was concentrated in their hilts, making for a fast, single-hand stabbing sword with a long reach that could be used in the street, back alley, or an enclosed space. Whether it's wielded by Inigo Montoya in The Princess Bride or the Three Musketeers, the rapier is easily one of the most recognizable blades in film and literature. We'll see you in 5 days. Good luck.
I'm Guy Harris. I was an art major in school, and bladesmithing has a lot of that in it. You're sculpting a piece of steel into something meaningful. I worked for a company that produced rapiers. I've made parts for rapiers, I've assembled the rapiers, but I've never done all of it from start to finish.
Very important to try and keep it straight.
This thing's a beast. Roughly 48 inches of steel. I'm getting ready to do the heat treating. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to get out of it. I'm a little concerned about it.
Look, get in there.
The blade actually heat treated solid, and it's pretty damn straight.
That's looking really good.
I made an elliptical shaped guard, so you have a reference in your grip. You always know where the cutting edge is.
This is what it's going to be.
It's far, far and away simpler than the previous guard.
And that's the balance.
I'm delighted it's done.
My name is Peter Martin. I was a hunter. Back in the 80s, the factory knives were not the best, and I decided to take on knife making as a full-time career. I don't have the equipment for this thing. I'm gonna have to do something different. I'm setting up these 2 ovens back to back, but sword's longer than both of them things put together. First thing this morning, I'm going to quench the blade into a cylindrical tube of oil that's 60 inches long. Many problems can happen in the quench. The biggest thing is that it cracks. Cross your fingers that it doesn't self-destruct. Well, I didn't hear it go ping, so that's really a good thing. So when they go ping, you can just pretty much drop it in the oil tank, it's over with. The blade has to be final finished and sharpened. I still have fluting to do on the handle. I'm gonna try to incorporate this as the butt cap. There's still plenty to do and not a lot of time to do it. Oh, thing's all dented. That sucks.
Gentlemen, to test the sharpness of your tip, I will run it across this ballistic bag and then thrusting it. Let's see how sharp your tip is. Guy, you're up first. Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. It does have a good slicing ability and thrust capability. With this particular grip, which makes it more difficult to control the weapon because of the length, but it will slice. All right, Peter, you're up next. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Let's do this. Well, Peter, it's very heavy. I could not grip it properly to get a good recovery. It is sharp. It will thrust, but I cannot properly deliver multiple strikes with it. Next up is the kill test. For this, I will hand you over to Dave, who's an expert on European weapons.
Gentlemen, in my opinion, the Elizabethan Rapier is one of the most elegant weapons ever created. This is not a battlefield weapon. This weapon was designed for civilian use, and everything about it was dialed in for the duel. To test your weapons, we've got these ballistic gel dummies. We put them in a doublet to simulate the clothing of the period. Guy, you're up first. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's see what damage we did. The shot to the belly went in about 8 to 10 inches. Kind of went a little high there. Took him right in the chin. That would have gone right into his mouth, right into the brain. So, all in all, to quote a friend of mine, it will kill. So, Peter, you ready?
Sure.
But let's open it up and see how we did. All right, well, you can see that shot to the belly just went right in. I actually think I hit the spine on that one. There's an exit wound back here.
That was sticking right through.
It'll definitely kill. Next is the strength test. Now, what made the Rapier possible were advances in metallurgy, making for a longer, thinner, stronger blade that had a good stiff spine, but enough flexibility that it wouldn't break. What we're gonna do is we're gonna place your blade tip down in this rack and flex it to 35 degrees in one direction, 35 degrees in the other direction. Make sure that temper's right and that that blade doesn't pick up a set in either way. There are 10, 20, 30, going all the way to 35. That's right at the peg. All right, going the other direction. 10, 20. There's 30, and all the way. 35. Didn't pick up a set. Didn't break. Nicely tempered.
Thank you.
So, Peter, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. $10, 20. That's 30. Going to the peg. 35. Here we go in the other direction. 10. 20. 30. Going to 35. Right to the peg. Well, the blade stayed true.
Thank
Nicely
God.
tempered.
Thank God.
Sigh of relief, huh?
Absolutely. I'm very nervous, very anxious. I feel that there's a good possibility I may be eliminated in this final challenge due to the weight factor. I'm apprehensive about the entire thing.
Gentlemen, through 3 rounds of competition, you've both worked incredibly hard to produce some outstanding work. But in this competition, there can only be one winner of $10,000. Guy, you are the Forged in Fire champion. Congratulations. Pete, you did not make the cut.
Well, Pete, overall, you made a beautiful piece, but big issue was overbalance in the front of the blade, making it very tip-heavy because of the stretch in the handle and that heavy weight there. Those are the reasons we had to cut you loose.
Understood.
Pete, please surrender your weapon. Guy, congratulations. You are the Forged in Fire champion, and you'll be receiving a check for $10,000. How do you feel?
Pretty damn good.
You did a beautiful job on that blade. Big thing for me is functionality. Your fit-up was solid, your sword was solid, and just performed better in the tests.
I'm totally stunned. It's great. It's really cool.